Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, Sensei. Up? This is the Academy Uncensored podcast.
Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon.
It's April 25th on a Wednesday. We just got done training with second-degree black belt Dennis.
Yeah.
Where's he from again?
Upstate New York. He's a team balance guy. He got his black belt around the same time as me. Real technical, super dude, super humble. I don't know what he's like at home, but here he's awesome. Super guy. I had a private this morning, and he was here with his family. So when you're in the jiu-jitsu world and you go on vacation with your wife and kids, and you tell them you're going training for 2 hours or 3 hours, it's not well received. So after a couple days here, I'm like, hey man, you come back tomorrow? He's like, beach day. I was like, I got a private at 9. How about you come in and do it with me? He's like, fuck yeah. Well, I came in typically 10, 15 minutes late, and he was already on the mats with him rolling around, so it was good. And then, so he did that, and he made his way to the beach. Happy wife, happy life, all that shit. And now we're here.
Yeah, I got a couple rolls in with him. Light class today, there's pretty much didn't get crazy for me, but I did get 2 rolls in with him. Good rolls. Yeah,
he's technical, he's good. Smart guy.
And you compete Saturday, right? This Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday. They're telling me I got to be there at like 2:30 in the afternoon. So if Justin, is this going to make it out by the time then or no?
I'm hoping, yeah, to release this ASAP, yes.
Yeah. Did you get that message? Be there at 2:30. Like the doors open at 5. Justin, I'm not coming there at 2:30. I'm telling you now. If I'm co-main or main or whatever, that's going to happen late, no?
Yeah.
They're running a tournament and all that shit.
I think he wants people there for like pictures or some shit, right?
I'll send him a headshot. Just crop me in. You'd be amazed by technology. I'm not. There's a reason why I stopped with Naga years ago. I'm not sitting around for 8 hours to compete. I don't want to sound like a snob or anything, but it's up the road. I could be chilling at my house, doing whatever I got to do, probably get dinner and stuff ready for the kids, and then hop in there. It's just, it's a super fight or whatever you want to call it. One match, 10-minute match, right? Yeah, I'm definitely not being there for 8 hours or 7 hours. I can tell you that right now. I used to do that crap with all the MMA stuff, and that sucked.
I don't think you have to worry about that. I think that's for the purple belt guys that are traveling from all over because they got to weigh in and stuff.
Right.
I think that's for that kind of stuff.
I hope so. I didn't reach out to him. I'm going to today, as a matter of fact. I just want to be clear. I don't want to be an asshole, and I definitely don't want to give him anxiety over me showing up 5 minutes before it's supposed to go on, but 5-6 hours before, not happening. Not when I'm 15 miles away.
Yeah.
Right? No way is that happening.
Well, that's going down Saturday, right? Doors open at 4. That starts at 5. I'll be doing the live stream. So it's going to be a good show. And I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, a lot of decent matchups on there.
I hit up US Grappling, and they're going to allow me to compete for free, and we're going to shoot the event for them as well.
Oh, cool.
So
that's a deal for them.
Right. So I'm not live streaming it, but we're going to go in and work on our video capabilities. Because again, we're teaching ourselves and trade for free registration. I'm hoping I can continue to do that so I can make my way around and start competing at more tournaments.
Where's that one?
This one's in Greensboro, May 5th.
Okay.
So, yeah, me and him are going to go there bright and early and shoot the whole day. And I'm going to compete, and I'm going to try to, at this point, I don't really care about winning anymore. I think I've won enough tournaments that now I'm trying to focus on being able to perform well at any moment. Because I think me and you have talked about this before, but there's only so much you can do to be better than someone else to where you're going to find a competition level to where they're at the same skill level as you. They're doing all the right things as well. Mm-hmm. So who wins that, when you get to a certain level of competition, like Jason Rao's level, where everyone's training all the fucking time and everyone's obsessed, it comes to who can get into that flow state first, which is who's comfortable.
It's a guy who's more comfortable just competing. The more you do it, the better you are. I mean, but you look around at any local tournament, the guys that are winning a lot of them repeatedly, you could see different matchups and are like, I know that goes on differently at the gym.
Right.
It's just different. They just compete well. They pull the trigger. They do things because it's just they're in a better comfort zone than the other person that competes once in a blue moon. I fall victim to that if I don't compete enough. You're in there, you get very conservative, and before you know it, you're out of time. You're like, what the fuck? But had you been on the mat, out there competing more, it's like no big deal.
Well, it's definitely a different game, and then again, like you're saying, competing often, but it's also the reason competing more helps you win more is because the guy who only trains in the gym, he just drove 3 hours. He doesn't have his meals planned. He doesn't know how to eat, how his body.
He doesn't have a regimen down on what's comfortable for him.
So now, as I continue to travel and compete, I'm more focused on what kind of food am I able to make sure I can guarantee myself to eat no matter where I go. That's going to make me feel good.
I've screwed that up, man. I had a thing a couple years ago at Toro. And it's not excuses. I'm just telling you how dumb I am. At Toro Cup. I was like, oh, they're not checking weight. Who cares? Dude, I was up. We were at Waffle House. I swear to God. And I don't do that type of shit. Number one, I skeeved that place. I was just like, all right, good. Let me just be as big as I can, like an idiot. I just didn't. I was so la-di-da about it. My kid came with me and a couple of my students. We walked across the street to a Waffle House, and I just ate like I had 5 assholes. I remember being like next to Josh Williams. And I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time before I even go on, like 3 hours, it was in Durham. So we drove a while and stayed over and woke up and went to compete, and I was the main event. So I'm like, oh, I got tons of time. I'm eating a protein bar. I normally don't even do that. That dehydrates the shit out of you. I'm eating a protein bar and drinking a Starbucks. And I was like, I think I was talking to Josh Williams at the time. And I'm like, hey, I should probably stop eating this stuff now, right? And he's like, yeah, like I think like an hour or two ago, man. Because he's like, you go on like in an hour or 3 hours. I'm like, but this guy and that guy, sure as shit, man. Like the guy before me and the guy before, they tapped their guy in like 30 seconds. Like walk in the cage to like warm up and stuff. And they're like, you're on. I'm like, oh my God. And I just walked out there. I was like, oh, fuck it. So I'll never do that again. That's for sure. That was just straight stupidity.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff matters, especially
you're going against a good guy. That was extremely dumb on my part. And a learning lesson, just like competing, you go to compete to learn. Whether you win by something, you lose by something, you could have pulled something off, and you pick up your mistakes as opposed to just being in the gym all the time, beating up on the same guys. Your flaws don't get exposed. And something as simple as a technique, and something as even more retarded as, eating minutes before you go on the mat like a moron, and staying up late eating, and just stupid, just dumb. Big learning lesson.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's I'm trying to get as many of those learning lessons as I can.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be able to utilize that to do this more often. Because tournaments are fucking expensive, man. Like, just to compete now, just to compete at that tournament is $120 for the 4 divisions, and that's not including the gas for the 3-hour drive.
I know, and it drives me crazy. We have cash prize shit here, and we're like, I was like, oh, I'll let you know. I'm like, it's no money to enter, like shit like that, and they're like, you could win $2,000. They're like, I don't. What week? You're like, man, I can't believe you. Like, the responses from some people is just asinine. When you're going to go to Naga, and I'm not shitting on Naga, it's great what they do because it gives kids and everybody a chance, an outlet to compete. But you're getting the same belts, the same swords, the same medals. I mean, they're in huge trunks. Like, even when they mess up, like, I didn't get my medal. They're just like, all right, go ahead, take it out of there. Lifting up this huge gang box, and there's like 700 pounds of brass, silver medals and gold medals, and you just pick it up. It's like, takes all the meaning out of it. You're like, oh, all right, and walk away. You paid $120 for that shit. I'm just like, nah, I'm also older now. I'd rather do super fights and stuff.
That's what I want to do next. I want to get into a Fight to Win Pro. I want to do another 16-man submission only tournament. Hopefully, they've got one coming soon, either blue, purple, or brown. I want to get in.
I think they're exciting. It's draining being at those big tournaments like that, and you're looking around, especially if you're coaching, you're going from here to here, da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it is kind of exciting at the same time, but it is definitely draining. Like the good fight thing that we did with the kids, that was like, you're screaming across the mats, coaching somebody else, you're coaching kids here, parents, they pay you, so that's, in their mind, well, I pay you, so coach my kid here. It's like, well, Timmy's over there and Stevie's over there. I got to spread myself out, and we only have so many coaches, and you have 5 or 6 matches going on, and every one of your students is on a mat. It's like, what are you supposed to do? So no matter what you do when you're pissing somebody off, the whole thing is just taxing. Where these smaller run, super fight based stuff, or even like brackets, a tournament style, is exciting. Like no-gi especially, the speed and seeing all that. I really enjoy watching no-gi.
We went to that last one, and I thought it was pretty good. And you could hear people like yelling for different reversals and stuff like that. I think it's a lot of fun. And again, I don't think there's a whole lot of tournaments that are doing it that well. There really aren't. The Pro Jitsu just released it, and it's going to be $500 for an open bracket, which is kind of fucking gay. $500 to beat anyone at that level.
And you have to enter for 50.
And you have to enter for 50. We offered $2,000, and
it's free.
It was free.
Yeah.
We paid people $2,000.
Yeah.
No one wants to show up.
Yeah, we got some sponsors.
I'm telling you, I bet he fucking books it all out, and they're all gonna go there and try to kill each other. But if we do it down here, no one wants a piece of it. And another reason why is because, I mean, I don't. This is local shit, so I guess I just don't want to blast it out. But I think we could put on a way better show. We could put on. We've
only had a couple, and they were killer. People loved them.
I think we killed ourselves on that last one because we did it too fast, and we wanted a brand name for it when we should have just done it like super simple. And I think we should do it again during the summer. We fucked ourselves by doing it in the winter. We had so many things screw us over.
We had bad weather. I mean,
super bad weather.
It never snows down here. It fucking snowed. Like, it was like bad torrential rain. So people that were a little bit north of us that were coming, roads are freezing over. And down here, I don't know who's even listening to this, if we have 2 people or not. But if there is a rumor that it's going to fucking freeze, they shut down the banks. Like, it could be 55 degrees and raining here, and at night, they're talking about like 10, 11 o'clock at night, shit's going to freeze. The fucking banks close, and people go home early. I've had to run there before when I first started here. It was like, oh my God, my account's 200 short, running there and like scraping and scrounging money just to make sure a check clears and shit. And I go to the fucking door, and it's shut for the fucking ice storm. I'm like, it's 54. It's fucking muggy out. Like, it's drizzling. They're just not equipped for it. They don't have salt, sand, or spreaders. So when you book that event in the wintertime, and that's probably why so many of the events and the holidays, there's your grappling season. It ends around the holidays. It was
in the flu.
And the flu too. But I'm thinking to myself, man, if you're strapped for loot and you're skilled, you're gambling with your body to potentially make a ton of money. So what was the one we were doing? It was like $50 to enter for the purple belt, blue belt thing.
The one we were gonna do, yes. Yeah.
So you could put up $50, and we were offering what, 1,000 or 1,200 something per division?
Yeah, we were doing 500.
2 divisions. Yeah.
And if you pre-registered, you didn't have to pay. You only had to pay $40 if you pre-registered.
Yeah. So $50 to make 20 times your loot. I mean, that's a hell of a game. I'd do that, man, if I really needed money. I was a purple belt, and I have kids and shit. Like, that's my mindset, was like, fuck, roll the dice, man. You get 20
for a purple belt? For sure.
Yeah, for
Makes
sure.
no sense.
Man.
As a blue belt.
Especially around the holidays. Everybody's strapped. You're dumping money ridiculously for one day. Christmas, they're tearing presents open for 20 minutes, and it's like, I just spent how many thousands? And they're like playing with an Etch-a-Sketch and not even fucking playing with the expensive shit you bought them.
Yeah, I'm hoping again. Well, I think we do it again this time. We give it I noticed that these tournaments, I guess how they're filling it up is they're doing like 2.5 months out. We got to do 2.5 months out.
Tons of alternates. Because everybody's got something going on.
Right.
Something pops up, injuries, especially that far out.
Well, I've been helping with this grappling thing. We've already had 2 people pull out and replaced them.
Yeah.
I think.
And a lot of times, man, guys will pull out of a dumb shit. Like, literally just like, like, I'll catch the next one. My wife wants to go to the movies. My girlfriend's being a bitch.
Or they didn't train, and they don't want to even bother.
They don't even bother. Like, I mean, it happens. People are flaky. So it is rough, for whether it's MMA or jiu-jitsu, whatever, being a promoter. Because you have to deal with people and their horrible character, so to speak.
Yeah.
Just give 2 fucks less. They're just like, yeah, no, I'm doing me. Well, I don't care about your event. Yeah, I know you're relying on me and shit, but yeah. Check the memes, asshole. You only live one life. It's all about me.
Yeah.
But I was relying on you. You committed to this. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Fucking millennials.
But
Oh God.
yeah, man. So I think like I said, Justin will kill this tournament. Hopefully, we run one later this year, and I think we'll kill it too as far as like being able to live stream and have a good quality tournament.
I think we'll get a decent turnout with spectators too.
Oh,
The
yeah.
amount of people we have here. I haven't even really said too much about it, and I'm not for any reason. Just you got classes morning and night and privates and stuff. I'm like wiped out mentally. But when I have like kids' class parents come out, hey, we'll be there, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right, I'm competing Saturday. Like I just.
Dude, speaking of being wiped out, I've been wiped out ever since I've been trying to make as many 2-a-days as I can.
It might have something to do with that fucking Kool-Aid you keep fucking going to and is that like people that are watching that shit are really probably thinking like, oh, this is his pre-workout or his post-workout and blah. You're drinking fucking Kool-Aid.
It's
like
Crystal Light. It's
Dude,
like 0 calories.
you see that shit you had there?
I stay hydrated.
Yeah. Okay. Now you see that? I had the same thing when I went to fucking summer camp, but I was a child. You know,
Yeah,
where they
but-
put you outside and it's 90 degrees out and make you run all fucking day by some teenager running it. I had one like that in red. Right?
I do have a big one that's red. That's twice the size of this one. It's just I don't want to carry it around.
You're going to pick up a lot of shit when I'm telling you. I'm telling you about you guys and your generation. It's fucking scary.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's got my Kool-Aid.
I stay hydrated all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But last night, I mean, we trained hard as fuck in the morning, and then again at night.
Yeah.
And I went home and just needed a break, and me and Jess ordered pizza and a brownie, and I ate an entire thin crust, large double chicken and mushrooms.
This is a pot brownie?
No.
Oh, just a regular brownie?
Well, Domino's has that square brownie.
Oh.
Right, you can get it for $5.99.
Hmm.
I ate 6 pieces of those, and Jessica ate the other 4. Me and her kill a brownie like this by ourselves.
Yeah, I could do that too.
And I can't wait to finish this podcast so I can go home and eat her leftovers
With my Kool-Aid.
with my cool.
I tell you, Scott.
Oh man! Hey, so you want to cover the UFC fights?
Oh, yeah.
We broke them down, but about what you were saying with the Kevin Lee thing. So you remember how he missed weight? He came in at 157, and you kind of took his side, saying you never know. I was still kind of like, yeah, fuck him, because he's always talking shit. But he had posted a tweet. He was just saying, I ran out of time, 400 fights or 400 wrestling matches and however many fights. Never missed weight. I ran out of time. Sorry, won't happen again. Blah, blah. It kind of made me think, like, I mean, he's obviously been doing this for a long time, and if he really has, like, never missed weight, like, shit happens.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. So,
Well, especially when you're cutting a significant amount. Like, he's probably in between weight classes.
oh, for sure.
You know, so those
He's,
guys are like chopping a leg off to make weight. So you fuck up one day where your metabolism is just not doing what it was supposed to do, and you're counting on 2 pounds or 4 pounds a day, whatever it is towards the end,
Right.
and your body's not doing what you asked of it.
Heard that.
That's it. You know, you'll hit that wall where you just can't. Nothing else will come out of them. They'll stop sweating. You know, when they're super dehydrated, nothing more will come from their body.
Yeah. I just went and looked at it some more.
And
you
he was
see that-
muscular and big, so it was probably just way too much fucking muscle or something.
Yeah, well,
you
he's
know.
no fucking. He's no lightweight for sure. He's definitely one of the bigger guys in the division.
Yeah.
And the only thing I do have a problem with him though is that outie he has for a belly button is disgusting.
I typically try
It's
not to
throwing me
look.
off.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
Audi's.
throwing me off. I can't
Yeah,
help.
Audis in general are fucking odd. Like, how does that even occur?
I don't
Like,
know.
is that the
but I know
doctor
if a
fucked that
girl
up?
if a girl had an outie, I'm out.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
I mean, does that still happen
if
anymore?
you had an
Or-
outie, tell me, would you not be like not want to show a chick? Like, would that not be weird if you had a fucking outie?
Oh
Would you want
yeah,
one?
yeah. Especially like really
It's
bad
throwing
ones.
me off right now.
But I don't want to sound like a total idiot. I know that's too late, but is that like a poor person's thing, or like somebody that didn't have good doctor care and stuff? Because I've seen a ton of kids where I know their family's broke as shit and just just weird, and they like all have like outies and real big prominent outies and stuff. Can you Google that? What causes a fucking outie? Like, did the doctor cut the umbilical cord? I've had 4 kids, and you wait for that goddamn little black disgustingness to fall off, and you got to clean around it and shit. Like, it's the umbilical cord's like sticking out. Like when you get your kid home, there's this fucking
I know nothing about this.
elephant snout sticking out of their shit that's just
Gross.
hideous, and you can't pull it off. You got to wait for it to naturally fall off, and that I think what determines what the belly button looks like. You know, so I don't know.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Let's see what we
I'm
got
curious.
here.
I mean, we're getting a little off track, but
No, I want to know too. To be honest with you,
I feel like I've learned this already. But
I got it pulled up.
switch to a different screen because it's not pulling up over here.
I almost think it's like dumb luck, bad luck.
Yeah, it's not telling.
The in between you could deal with. You know, it doesn't have to be like a super sucked in innie, but it can't be that protruding, disgusting outie.
Yeah.
So it's okay if it's like somewhat flush.
The first question: could I change my any belly button to an outie?
Huh.
I realize this is usually asked in reverse. What? The question was, how can you turn in? Could I change my any belly button to an outie? Answer:
And?
the technical aspects of turning an innie to an outie is something like pulling your socks inside out. So the answer is no.
Huh. Like smart doctor guy's got a Wang. Wang? What's his last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to answer like a smart ass.
Yeah.
I'm so smart and you're so dumb. Even though you set up this fucking website so stupid people ask these fucking questions, now you
Right.
got to be a condescending, dumb fucking Asian guy. It's so fucking funny.
It's true.
You'd be like turning your socks inside. All right, English. I still don't understand that. I do that with my socks all the fucking time, especially when they're black. I can't fucking tell. Can I or can I not fix my hideous belly button? Wise guy. That's the problem. Why you should be allowed to smack people that fucking talk like assholes like that, because they just
No, I
continue
agree.
being that dickhead all the fucking time.
That's one of the biggest problems I had with the martial arts community that I was a part of in the Marine Corps, man, is like they would tell you have this Facebook page so you could ask for help. And people would get on there, and if you asked a question that you could probably find for yourself if you like really dug through the
Yeah, they
work.
belittle the fuck out of you, right?
Yeah, so they would just
Yeah.
fucking shit all over you, or even if it was a question that you really would need peer advice on,
Yeah.
anyone would try to look for a way to be like, obviously, or
Yeah,
like, it's
God.
always.
It's like, hey, dickhead, do you want me to fucking ask the question and actually learn something and do something right? You're gonna be a smartass every single time?
Yeah, that's how fucking most people are. Dude, I get videos of this, but it looks pretty fucking gross. I don't know if I even want to watch any of this.
Street justice will fix a lot of that shit.
Belly button mysteries from NBC News. Innies, outies, and in-betweenies.
All right, skim through it quick. What do we got? How does it happen? Just Google that. How do you get an innie? How do you get an outie?
It just has to do with like when the stomach fat and the abdominal wall.
Hmm.
So yeah, so it
Which
has
is
to-
odd because it's occurring as a child. You know what I mean? Like as a newborn. It's not like you had a chance to be your stereotypical fat ass American that just eats everything. You're ab wall, so it's genetics.
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you're a big, huge person, and you're going to have a big, huge person, kid, and he's going to have your shit genes, you're going to get the Danny DeVito stuff. You mean to tell me I got the shit genes?
Yeah, it's just protruding between, like inside the abdominal wall, like pushes out.
Huh. Sucks for them. I got an innie.
No,
What do you-
there's like a lot of things that it's just like you can get the shit hand of, and then you're just screwed. Like
Yeah.
height,
Yeah,
breast size,
yeah,
dick size.
Yeah.
And there's just nothing you can do about it.
yeah.
Well, I guess actually what's even worse is that a girl could change your breast size, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
If you got a little dick, you're fucked.
Yeah.
There's just nothing helping you, man.
Hey, you could go the opposite way. Just embrace the smallness and fucking do the Caitlyn Jenner fucking route. Just switch totally.
You could do that. Let's go back to these UFC. We got off on quite a sidetrack there on Kevin Lee's belly button.
Yeah, because you've been checking out the dude's
put this
build.
on me.
Weirdo.
Anyway, Frankie Edgar versus Cub Swanson.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
What was the exact count on that?
What do you mean count?
Like, what was
the
result?
Final result? He won decision.
There we go.
Barboza kept getting taken down, man.
Yes, I saw that for
he
sure.
just kept getting taken down.
David Branch beat Santos.
Yeah, knocked him out. Well, that dude was doing the whole mean mugging, walking up and down, staring him and playing the role.
Santos?
Yeah, David Branch was like just cool and calm. I mean, it's a veteran, man.
Tell you what,
25 fights.
If you train around like the Hinzo lineage, Ricardo Almeida, Macera, it's like that whole stalking down shit doesn't really work.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just surrounded.
Yeah.
I walked to the Henzo Academy. It's just like everyone there is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone.
Yeah, that dude was doing that. And the exact same way he was mean mugging with his chin in the air was the way he fought. Like face right up in the air. And he went to sleep.
Your boy won. Ryan LaFleur. And
Yeah.
our other guy, Aljamain Sterling, won as well.
Yeah, Aljo won. That was a good fight, too.
Poor Cummins did not come out with the win on this one.
Who? Pat Cummins?
Yeah, it looks like he lost.
Yeah, I don't like watching him fight anyway. I mean, no offense. I just don't. When you're that one-dimensional wrestler guy, you could make that so goddamn boring. With no threat of a submission or, it's just you're just trying to wrestle fuck him. That kills the sport. And that's why they go to 5-minute rounds, because the fighters like that.
Could you pull up the next fight? What's coming up?
I think it'd be cool as shit to see like Pride rules. Like 10-minute round and then 5-minute overtime or something like that. Because now if you're a striker, you have more time to work. If you're a jiu-jitsu guy, you have more time to work in your art, where you have these athletes playing a game now. Keep the distance, eat up the clock a little bit, take you down, ride out that. Oh, we won that round. So
You see that in the
Pride
lower
rules
ones.
Pride was so awesome to watch. Early on, that was so much fun. The ring, that we were able to stomp. It was like more like a fight. Odd that they couldn't elbow on the ground and stuff. I think that's what it was. Elbow. It's been so long, but you can knee somebody on all fours. That was so much fun to watch. And the crowd was so respectful, like 80, 90,000 people, and you could hear like a pin drop. When you said that.
That'd be weird.
We have like all like, boo, show us your tits. We just have like trashy people in the stands yelling shit. They don't understand one martial art. They're screaming about it. What are you going to do? Hug them all day? It's like, you don't even understand what's going on, man. Get back to your beer.
Right, because that's what sucks, especially about grappling too. Is a lot can be going on, but to the eye, it doesn't look like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Unless you really do it and participate in it.
Yeah. I mean,
You're your
that's why
average
they
guy.
had to change the judges and all that shit to people that actually train in it. These boxing judges seeing things totally the opposite way the fights were happening. So they should have people like educated to be able to score them properly.
Well, they're still like all fucked up, right? They still got the boxing commissions doing a lot of it. And
Yeah, but you see like guys like Ricardo Almeida is, he does them now. Like guys are getting licensed to do it, ex-fighters and stuff. That's
sweet.
awesome. Because you actually have somebody that's done it and knows what they're doing, judging it, as opposed to other guys that just like, well, that guy, he punched him 3 times while he was standing, so we give it to him because they've been looking at boxing their whole life. Who else was on that card? Yeah, Pat Cummins lost. Ryan LaFleur won. What was that decision? I missed that. We were racing to go see it. I always screw that up. What time the prelims are on, and then Fight Pass. Did you attempt to look at this stuff? Fight Pass. Every other time I try and get on it, it says that content's not available in your area. Like it's there as an option. The picture's up. Prelims. Watch them now and hit them. And we're like, we planned on watching the prelims at my house and then going to Ronnie's bar up the street from my house and watching the rest of them because it was on Fox. So we missed it. That was the fight I wanted to see, and then the main event. And so as I'm cooking for everybody, I'm like, hey, put on the fights. Same shit. So we like quick cleaned up. I was like, bye, kids. Ran down the street. Sucks, so I missed it. But he won decision, right?
Yeah, decision. See, that's what I canceled my Fight Pass app. I think that shit's useless.
Unanimous decision. Oh, wow. He must have mollywopped in 30-27. Good. Good for him. Cool. Who the fuck? Corey Anderson defeated Patrick. Good, yeah.
Unanimous. Yeah, Patrick Cummins needs to retire. Poor guy.
Yeah. Jim Miller lost that knee. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. That sucks.
Unanimous decision for Frankie Edgar against Cub Swanson.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, it was 2 minutes and 30 seconds by David Branch.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He hit him and it was out. Lights out.
And then
Yeah, Frankie won at 30-27.
30-27.
Yeah, he was like, came out of that like basically unscathed. Swanson was leaking. Frankie's so much fun to... Edgar's fun to watch. I like watching him fight.
Yeah, it's not a bad card.
Yeah. Yeah, especially free. I love that. It's when they're sketch ball or, things drop out and then the card's all hacked up and it's a pay-per-view. That's when it sort of pisses you off. Because I love to watch them all. But when they're on Fox, that's awesome.
What's the next fight coming up?
When is Stipe fighting?
That should be in July. That's going to be the July card, the big July 4th card. I think it's July 9th is what that one was scheduled for. Let's see UFC events. Upcoming events is what I should have.
You got it on there. I got it pulled up.
Yeah, I got it. Fight Pass bullshit. Oh, you know what's coming up? On Bellator.
Oh, yeah. That's Frank Mir
versus Fedor.
Fedor. When is that, this weekend?
I think so.
I think so, too.
That was coming up.
Those are typically on Friday. What day is that?
Heavyweight title tourney.
Yeah,
Bellator 198.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I thought Fedor lost. I thought this was the fight of the two losers, but this is for the title?
No, it's on the way. I don't think he fought yet, did he?
But
No.
Fedor fought...
No, I thought, what's his name? What's his name? The guy with the mouth. Chael Sonnen fought Rampage, I think, and beat him. Right?
Right.
Yeah, because Rampage is like all heavy.
Yeah,
shit.
but that other dude...
What's the date of that for start? Let's finish one thing at a time. When are they fighting?
Bellator 198. Let's just look at that.
It didn't give you the date on that.
I'd rather just not keep looking for it if it's not going to catch my eye. April 28th. Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah,
That's this Saturday at 9 p.m.
Yeah, and that's only 2 hours. So that's 9 to 11. So they'll be fighting real close to 11.
And see, but Fedor, he lost to that dude who just left the UFC. Do you know what I'm talking about? Fucking Dan, the black belt, said we look like him. Matt
Mitirione?
Matt Mitirione beat Fedor. Remember? They both caught each other at the same time.
No, I didn't see that fight, I don't think. That was in Bellator?
Yeah.
So why the fuck is he still in the tournament?
That's what I'm wondering. Unless that wasn't part of the tournament.
It probably wasn't part of the tournament. Yeah, I thought he stepped up on short notice, right? Wasn't Fedor supposed to fight somebody else? I don't want to repeat misinformation. I almost thought that's how it happened.
Yeah, it was in Bellator, New York City. Yeah, so maybe it wasn't a part of the heavyweight Grand Prix.
Click on that knockout. I want to see it.
Yeah, it was a double knockout, right?
I didn't see it. Curious.
Oh, dude, it's too good. It was a double knockout.
Really?
And then one of them got on top of the other one. It was literally about who got on top first.
Huh. He is fun to watch fight, I'll tell you that. However it ends up for him.
That will be the number one contender, the guy who wins this fight. Will be the one people will be looking at when it comes to who's going to be the Bellator heavyweight champion, for sure.
Ooh, fucking See right here, this is what I'm curious about. Oh, he's out now. Damn.
Mitirione with another lightning quick finish. What a night at MSG. How many wacky things are going to happen tonight? They hit each other
Well, there's
at the
Doc,
same
Sherry.
time. Rocky style. Yeah, Rocky 2, Rocky 3. Yeah, Matt
You want to finish show
Mitirione
replay.
recovered quicker. Wow. And I hate to say it, but we may have just seen the last Emperor's last stand. Matt Mitirione blows through Fedor Emelianenko.
I hate when they do that shit. Like they dictate somebody else's future. And it's like, that's his 5th loss out of 30-something. Damn. Dude, that was some impact.
They both
That was like
stuck each
2
other on the
rams slamming
fucking
each other.
nose.
And you're amazed that like nothing just shattered. Fuck.
Yeah, you'd think some teeth would have came out of this thing.
Yeah.
Both of them threw it. Matt
I want to see it again, damn it. It
going
almost
with
looked
the-
like he hit Mitirione harder than
I think
he
it's
got
right
hit.
Emelianenko. And remember when Dan Henderson knocked him out in similar fact underneath the armpit with those
Oh, yeah. Fedor's grazed off the chin,
just like Dan Henderson.
off the cheek. And he fucking stuck him.
That second one right there.
Boom, right across the jaw. Yeah.
Doesn't take
As he was sitting up, he punched across here and got the jaw.
Yeah, like right there, underneath that armpit.
lead was defeated here at
Bang.
Madison Square Garden. Well, MMA's GOAT, according to many, has
Ooh, yeah, that there. just
Right there.
finished him.
Clip.
Yeah.
That was the one that just put him out.
of combat sports.
Damn.
Look at
See, he threw it more like a straight right,
very many times in your life.
almost like jabbish.
Full knockdown.
And Mitirione put his ass in that one.
This is nuts.
And that's a big body throwing that. Bang!
But you can even see he wasn't hurt by that shot. It just
Yeah.
set him off balance.
Yeah, because it hit him off his cheek here.
Amazing turn of events.
That's a big boy, too. That's 6'3", 260.
If you are not watching this live, you explain
Shit.
to somebody what happened, they're not going to believe you. I can't believe it. An incredible
And see, that's like the best fight in the world right there because
Well, a
you're
great
Matt Mitirione.
a great
he just
striker
made-
beats Fedor all day long. He fights a lot more like Vanderlei Silva. You know what I mean? Real wide, loopy, everything behind it. Like he's not throwing jabs and he's just fucking winding up. You see him paw, and just look to boof. Because if he clips you anywhere, you're on roller skates. He made a career off it. When you have somebody with that range like that, see when you hit him, like his legs were still underneath him. He like it wasn't full extension. He was just right here, bang. So he's coming forward, throwing at the same time. Shit.
And see,
Damn, that was an impact. Yeah, I didn't see that. The Bellator cards always do that shit, though. You know, they have some awesome ones, and most of them are kind of crappy. So it's like, well, Bellator's on, who cares? You know, there's like no consistency.
yeah.
This
yeah,
tournament stuff will actually help them because now you have something to look forward to, somewhat. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely want to see what happens tonight. Or Saturday night, anyway.
Yeah.
The heavyweight Grand Prix. So it's Fedor versus
Frank Mir.
Frank Mir. Man, Frank's been out for a while.
Yeah, I know, but I follow different guys from Vegas and stuff. It seems like he's been training. He just seemed real heavy in that promo pic.
Yeah, well, I guess he's been doing like a lot with.
Drysdale and stuff.
Well, he had also been going to Russia. I guess they were doing fights, doing like fight promotions in Russia. Like he wasn't fighting in Russia, but he was like attending shows over there. 'Cause I guess there's a lot of money.
I just heard the other day, and I want to know. Google this for me. How many Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts are in Russia? I heard 7. Is that fucking possible? In all of Russia?
That makes sense to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where else they would be.
Yeah.
There's like what, a couple cities that people aggregate towards.
I have to brush up on my fucking
Geometry?
Russian and vodka intake. Make a move. I'd assume you'd have to be in super high demand. I heard somebody just went there the other day and just came back, and they were treated like a fucking emperor. Like, just like rolled out the red carpet. Dinners, breakfast, lunches. Like, the dude did a seminar, and it was like he didn't have to come out of pocket for anything. He was like a celebrity because he was a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
I mean,
And if
dude.
that's the case, contact. I'll get the fuck out of here tomorrow.
Oh man, I mean,
We'll have to
it
stare at
makes
that
sense.
crazy black kid going up and down talking to himself for the last week. I'm homeless, man. No shit. You're homeless. You really look like you're trying to better yourself right now, walking back and forth. You're homeless, but you have a fucking iPhone and earbuds. I don't have fucking earbuds. I don't have earbuds.
Well, I mean, if you're homeless, though, you'd probably want some earbuds.
How the fuck you paying for your phone? Who are you talking to? What are you doing?
I mean,
Who's
I'm
paying for
not
your
saying
cell
he's not
service?
homeless, but I definitely, I can see how you would get a hold of something.
I mean, when he first came in here and was doing that homeless thing, I was like, oh, man, you don't want to be a dickhead.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, I got to start kids class, so I'll give you a free water if you want. But he didn't smell. Like, as soon as he walked away, Big Matt was like, dude, that dude's not homeless. I'm like, he's too clean, right? He goes, yeah, he didn't even smell. He's telling you he moved from his parents' house 5 months ago and has been living on the streets. He didn't stink. But now, walking by, he does look real disheveled. He almost like leaves and shit in his hair and stuff. Yeah.
There is no telling.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's funny because people are asking me, they're like, does that really happen all the time? And I'm like, yeah, it really does. And here we are today.
Yeah.
Making hoping
2
that-
times before we start filming. I'm waiting for the fucker to come back, screaming, like singing to himself. Walking back. I wish Fat Elvis would come back in here, too. That was funny.
Oh, man. All right, so I think this is a good transition to go into the next piece. But I kind of want to do a thing on the podcast where we do like a new school versus old school. Because we already kind of cover
As far as?
my taste in music versus your taste in music.
Oh, yeah. I
How
mean,
you
dude.
don't like any of the people that I like anyway.
That's not even, like, really for debate.
But I think it's good music.
I think it's fucking insane. I think you're rewarding total fucking retards for ridiculousness.
I think retards can get rewarded.
You see what they're all doing? Just throwing the money around and just acting like savages. I have no time for that shit. It just aggravates me to watch them. They can't even speak English. It's fucking hysterical. I mean, tattooing up your face. Do you know what you're going to look like at 60?
You told me to not like say you're the old generation, but I feel like, because I didn't think about this till I re-listened to the podcast, but didn't they say the same things about Elvis?
Yeah, don't pull up the fucking Elvis thing, man, because that's totally different.
Everyone said Elvis was the devil.
No, not everyone. Come on.
I
And
felt
I'm
like
not a
that was the
huge
thing when he
Elvis,
came
my
out.
dad's an Elvis fucking fan. I don't.
But the
I wouldn't
generation
turn
before-
off Elvis, but no, this dude. How could you compare Elvis
Well, it's only going to get more ridiculous
to
as
these
time goes
fucking?
on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
As
saying.
Everything's more extreme. It's going to get this. They say this. I don't know if it was you that told me this.
Do you
but
see this
the,
guy Fat Nick or some shit now? Like he just can't. He's so fat. Everything out of his mouth is like his voice. His words are fat.
Oh, man, I don't
His
even wanna
words
listen
are
to it.
fat. And he's like, see, so I gotta come with these fat. I was for these actually mean something. He's like all proud of him. And it's like a fucking, like almost like a Hello Kitty thing, but like the elephant version of it, like on his head with color, and another one over here. And he's like basically shitting on these other freaks, going, my shit's more fucking relevant.
Never heard anything
And he's
about what
fucking
you're talking
famous and for nothing. He doesn't sing or rap or anything. He's
The
just a
real
fucking
Fat Nick?
weirdo. Let me see.
about. The real Fat Nick.
It's insanity. I said it before. This is the documented demise of fucking modern day society.
Oh.
And we're celebrating it.
Dude,
You want to pull up one of these?
You're
I've got
smirking.
it up
Do you
right
see
now.
the fucking guy?
He's right
Okay,
here.
yeah. What are you seeing?
We'll pull
Just
it up.
an elephant of a man.
I'll see it.
Like, you should never bully somebody. But if there was a guy to bully, it'd probably be fucking him. Look at that fucking thing.
Just kill that.
The poor guy that got shot and killed from fucking Run DMC is rolling over in his fucking grave right now, seeing these fucking guys. He's got to be dying. Again, look at that. That is a huge man woman.
That is nuts. Well, I mean, so this is my thing on it. Is
Oh, God.
I mean, if you are that person, there's got to be like some kind of. I just want to know, because not every person like that could be like this. That's my thing.
No.
Is that-
Evidently, if you tattoo up your face and get an Instagram account doing ridiculous things, you can be that person, is my point. You can. That dude has no special talents on this planet. That guy, when you're picking teams for any fucking thing, any sport, debate club, badminton fucking team, I don't give a flying fuck. You do not want that guy on your fucking team. And somehow, that guy is at the pinnacle of the fucking planet right now. Millionaire. How in the fuckity fuck does that happen?
Well, I'll tell you what I think's gonna happen.
It's just
About the
weird.
Because I keep thinking about how we were talking about Idiocracy the other day and how.
Like, look at this motherfucker. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, I mean, that's what Idiocracy was about. Yeah, you can just touch it. Yeah.
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
turn it around. You're gonna be able to fucking pull that up and
Yeah,
put that up.
they're gonna see everything you see.
Okay, cool. Like, you're kidding me.
Yeah, it's not bright for a future.
And now, based around
Yeah,
this,
for sure.
these jewelers are now fucking crushing it because these morons are making all this money and want these ridiculous things around it. I mean, listen, I'm no fucking. You see how I dress? I'm no fucking fashion police person. It's their chains that they have now are insane.
Yeah.
Now, I grew up with Mr. T, right? Mr. T was the original of that shit. The dude had like 40 pounds of gold around his neck, or fake gold, whatever. But it was awesome. This guy is not fucking awesome. Like, kids are growing up loving this shit. I grew up fucking Mr. T because it's like, man, I bet he can fuck somebody up. Like, that's what I liked about Mr. T.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know, it's just weird. And I just think that's how the entire generation, why everybody's soft as baby shit, because you're growing up like idolizing this shit.
Yeah.
You know, so you're promoting mediocrity at best. At
mean, that's
best.
what,
Because why do anything else? I think this is such a shortcut in
Well, I mean,
fucking
yeah.
life. I mean, you look at all the top fucking, what's the other guy, that 6'9" killer, we covered this the last time. Like, you see his pictures with his mom and stuff, and I went through the system, yo. No, you fucking didn't, you know? There's plenty of people that went through the system. Poor black men that were profiled and this, that. They went through the system. You were a fucking half Spanish, half something else kid that didn't grow up on the fucking street, so stop acting like you are. You tattooed up you realized that. I watched the whole thing on him because I was fascinated. And I didn't absorb it all, I guess, probably because of my anger. So I just picked up what I wanted to hear. But the guy broke it down, and, you know, you're only allowed to do small clips of videos. And he documented, like, in a 9 or 10 minute video where it breaks down that 6'9" dude. And some other rapper went to jail. And he realized, like, when that guy was, like, rising to fame, but went to jail for something. So he just filled his shoes, like, tattooed up himself, like, very similar, and made himself, and before you know it, just, boom, cult following. There was now this herded together fucking people for this other dude who went to jail, just sitting around going, well, what are we going to look up to now? And this fucking dildo goes ahead and fucking tattoos up his head, you know what I'm saying? Soft-bodied vagina acting like he's tough. And they just, whoom, swoop to him. Now he's got like 6 in the top 100 chart or something, 6 for 6. He only has 6, like, songs that he, like, really put out or some shit. And all 6 are in the top 100.
Yeah.
That's fucking insanity. That's insanity.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Michael Jackson somewhere is fucking moving a child over and rolling around in his fucking grave. For real. He's like, excuse me, can I move over? I have to do a fucking quick tumble salt because what the fuck? My dad touched me and all this shit, and I had to go through all that to make good music. You're just getting a tattoo? Like, what the fuck? Times they are a-changing, I tell you.
Idiocracy was the premises that the stupid people outfucked all the smart people.
Joe Rogan did a stand-up about that years ago. It was the first stand-up I ever seen of him on Netflix or something, HBO, so I forget what it was, years ago. And he said, like, hey, you see these pyramids and all this shit here? How did they get here? Yeah, the top dome is like, whatever, 1,800 pounds or 18 tons. I don't even know. And it's polished marble on top of something hundreds of feet high, made thousands of years ago. Bro, bridges are collapsing now that we built like 5 years ago. Explain to me how they hooked it up to an elephant where they said they didn't process the shit like on site. It was like made further away. How the fuck did they move these slabs of shit block by block, stack them without cranes and all that shit? It's just insane. He goes, well, you ever think maybe we just he goes, think about your friends. You have a doctor friend. You have your mechanic friend or whatever he uses as a reference. Your mechanic friend, I bet you, has 3, 4, and 5 kids. How many kids your doctor friend has? They're so driven by their job and this and that. Usually none. 1, 2, if 2. They just don't have time for that shit. They're so focused on being brilliant and doing what they do. Now the numbers, do the numbers. If fucking my dumbass keeps reproducing at a higher rate than the smart people, you eventually outfuck society of all the smart people. He's like, we might have been geniuses back then. We build all this crazy shit and then outfuck all the smart people, and then we stumble in there. Oh, what's this? Let's draw a horse with fucking horns with the male's dick on it facing backwards. And all these things that we're like, hey, I wonder what these pictures mean from our ancestors. Like, no, that was graffiti by fucking retards that found these epic buildings that we built.
No, it's the emojis. They're using emojis because we don't talk anymore.
Right. But back then, that was their fucking emojis.
Yeah, right. I mean,
and they're just drawing on walls, and we like preserve the shit. Like, what does this mean? Like, fire in the sky and this, that. No, all these fucking retards strolled up on these masterpieces.
I mean, I've heard that theory before, and I definitely think that's a more viable theory than
I think so,
theory.
fucking too.
I mean, just because of all the things that are still in place. I mean,
I think we were so advanced, and then something catastrophic happened and wiped everybody out. We started from scratch again or something.
I've seen that whole theory. I mean, I've seen after 500 years, there wouldn't be if all the humans right now disappeared, the only thing left standing would be the Manhattan Bridge, and that's because that's our most advanced piece of architecture that we have created as mankind. The only thing left standing would be that, and that at 500 years, that thing falls underneath the ocean, and once it touches water, it's gone. Yeah. Like, it would just take a couple decades, and that's just going to be gone.
Yeah,
so they're saying that, like, right now, everything that we built, the Earth would just fucking crumble within 500 years. So how are we finding all these other somehow?
Clearly,
makes sense.
This is proof of that. Look what's happening. I mean, there's no denying it. And that's got to suck for you guys. I mean, I already made my bed. I'm laying in that shit. I'm in my backyard feeding foxes and stuff like a retard and like cooking a steak and starving myself a little bit because I'm like, well, the fox is going to want this shit. And I gave him a lamb shank last night and I was like talking to it like, and he fucking stopped walking away and like, boom, and just stayed there and let me walk out to this spot where I keep putting grass seeds so grass doesn't grow there now. It's my spot. And I stud the lamb shank straight up and down. And he stayed there, and I went back to barbecue, and I walked inside. I turned around and looked, and he walked over and fucking grabbed that shit and ran back to his den with his babies. That's what I'm fucking doing at night. You fucking guys in your generation, like, I wonder how bad a tattoo would hurt up here. Well, hey, you want to be the first guy? Go get a tattoo all over your nose. I have yet to see that. It's on their cheek, their forehead, all over, down their neck. Do your fucking nose, dude. Do it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Be the fucking human Rudolph. You could do all like Christmas parties and shit. Start with that. Rap Christmas songs.
Well, see, I want to wrap it up with my theory, and then we'll just call it a day.
Go ahead.
Because I definitely agree the amount of stupid people that are, their amount is getting higher and higher.
There are
on the
far
road,
more stupid people, famous and in your face, than people doing awesome things on this planet.
right?
If it's not this, it's everybody shitting on the fucking president or some sort of potential war.
But the only
There's
way these
nothing
people-
about somebody doing like something great for mankind, or it's just so weird. They put this content out so that nobody's even striving to do those great things anymore. You're fucking literally just striving to go, I fucking hate school, which I'm on board with. School's stupid. But you're striving to fucking make a name for yourself by being a full-fledged jackass. And unless you make it, where the fuck is the future in that?
Yeah.
You know? So what happens when that all falls flat? You have face now. You can't get fucking hired anywhere because you're tattooed up, and now you're gonna scream that fucking it's biased and this
This
and
goes
that.
into my theory.
It's because I'm 1% Cherokee, and it's like, come on, man. No, it's because you have fucking. You're scaring people. You know, you look like a fucking retard.
Yeah. Like I was driving down the other day, and I've already told you how soon everything will be driverless.
Yeah.
They're going to be safer than any human. And again, as I'm like listening to this on the podcast, I'm not moving forward, but every other lane's moving forward, and I'm like, why? Move over one lane, and I see why. As I pull forward in the red light, I don't make the light, so I'm even more annoyed. I stop, and this lady that's like 92 years old is 3 car lengths behind the car that's in front of her.
Hair and knuckles. That's all you see. Yeah.
Leaned up like this with the phone in front of her face, squinting through these unimaginable thick glasses, looking around. So now if this car's automated, that person lives longer.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's bound to hurt someone, herself, or someone else.
Oh yeah.
And so these dumb people are being protected by the smart people. Because this guy's not famous without technology. He's not famous unless Mr.
He has an outlet for somebody to fucking see
the
this.
geniuses in Silicon Valley keep producing this shit for him, right?
Yeah. Oh, for
And
sure.
So I'm thinking what's going to happen is we're just going to watch the stupid people. We're just going to separate ourselves from them. Because this guy is going to spend his whole life like this, not knowing what's going on in the world.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like he's not going to make the decisions to not be left behind. He's just going to be left behind. And we're going to go somewhere else, or we're going to separate from these people, and it'll be idiocracy, except all the smart people left. They didn't die. They left.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going. We're going to end up going to Mars or something.
I hope he keeps all his fucking friends with him.
We're going to
too.
go to Mars, and we're going to find the smart people of previous generations in the Earth, and be like, "Oh, you guys finally made it. Yeah, we we left those retards long ago.
We've been waiting 20,000 years for your stupid asses.
Because people are getting dumber, and you see the technology, and it's only making people less likely. Because I heard a joke about Darwinism, like, oh yeah, we let Darwinism take care of that, and then the more you like start to look around, it's like it's not being taken care of because we're making sure those people, we're taking care of stupid people. Like, don't make fun of them.
Yeah.
You have to call them. Don't be an ableist just because you're able to do it and they're not.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
That's
You
my
can't make
fucking
fun of
point. Hey,
stupid
Scott,
people.
I think you're hanging around me too much. You're fucking the millennials shaking out of you a tiny bit, but I'm telling you this is what's happening. And I broke it down to you before you even started taping. I'm a 41-year-old man. You're a 26-year-old man, correct? Okay. I've seen cause and effect of things, right?
Right.
By almost 20 years difference. I grew up rather fast. Mature, responsibilities, very fucking young. I've seen the repercussions of stupidity and stuff. It's just, this is happening at like an epic proportions. Like how fast it's happening is insane. It's not a 20-year fucking period. It's like the last 5 years. It has skyrocketed, the craziness. I mean, when I was a kid, if you were a fucking little kid, and I know I curse a lot now, but whatever. If you were a little kid and cursed and stuff, you were like, oh, don't play with Johnny. You were like, could you believe he fucking cursed? Like at 11 and 12. Like, it's like, well, you didn't grow up like that. You got this fucking Tay-Tay or whatever the fuck that little half Asian chick is, 9 years, yeah, bitch, man, I'm balling, I'm buying this car, bitch. Her fucking dad's filming it. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What is
I didn't know
wrong
that.
with you? Yeah, dude, have you seen her?
I've
She's
seen her,
involved
yeah.
with that Wow Vicky and all those fucking all trash monsters that have fucking. I'm staring at that money, going, you know what I could do with that money? Like, I have 4 kids that are dreaming of going to college. I have no idea how I'm paying for it. Like, and these fucking freaks are promoting. Their parents are promoting this shit. It's just insanity.
Well, it's like a more extreme version of what I don't know if it would be your generation or the generation right before me that would have experienced it, but with the famous kids that are like
child
Macaulay
actors and
Culkin,
shit?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
child actors in a slower time period,
Yeah.
but it's still almost crazy where it's just they got a little too famous too fast, and now look at it, almost none of them with Lindsay Lohan,
Corey Haim, like
Macaulay-
all those fucking kids.
all those
they
guys.
all grew up fucked up.
And the percentage that made it are very few. And now, when we were talking about the other day, isn't there a baby it might have been, you might have been on a podcast, but there's a baby that's the star of a TV show. So that kid has no choice.
Yeah, I know.
And
But
now
to live the Truman life.
Just to live
Yeah.
the Truman life. It's called Good Luck Chuck or some shit, Good Luck Charlie, but it's the name of the baby, and he's like in this like, I guess he's got two dads for parents. I don't know. It's just about how he's got like a crazy. His parents are wackos, or just like young and they're like working. And it's just like a sitcom.
Yeah.
But now that baby's famous without a choice, and so you see this over and over again. How this is happening at a faster rate, at a crazier rate, at a more extreme rate. The fall is going to be just like that.
And listen, like I said, I made my fucking bed. I'm 41. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I just think about, and you'll see this one day when you have kids, all this shit, because that is usually always your driving force. Because, somebody had told me years ago, like when I was just like money hungry and this and that, your legacy truly is your kids. Like when you're long gone, what carries on your name and this and that is your kids. Right? That's your fucking trophy. My poor kids have got to grow up. I mean, my oldest is about to be 17. My youngest is 10. About to be 11. In 5 years, what just happened? Now picture them at 25 and 30, like going to
Still
stores
more
and
extreme.
conversing with these. It's going to be fucking craziness. By the time they're my age, this fucking world's going to be so far fucked. I couldn't imagine wanting to really live in it that way.
I don't know. I feel like your parents were saying that too.
Dude, no, they fucking weren't. And they've adapted pretty well, and it's never...
My parents were saying that though. My parents were. We heard
I'd love to
about-
get my mom and dad on here. That would be fucking funny. That would be... No, she wouldn't do it, because I'd bring up fucking crazy stories.
Don't lie to him, Mom.
Yeah,
Don't lie to
yeah,
him. What
yeah.
happened that day?
No shit.
Let's
Yeah,
wrap
but
this up before it gets crazy.
Yeah, she would... No way. She would fucking definitely shoot you down right away.
Yeah.
Because she's a 67, 68-year-old woman. 67? 67 years. I'm fucking 41. Like, you're talking about your childhood from when you're really remembering stuff to now, and I'm talking about that. That happened over 30 fucking years, and look where we are. What's happening in such a short amount of years
Well, it is
now.
definitely getting faster as time goes on. For sure.
Super fast.
I mean, the amount of change that's happened between the 80s and the 90s, from the 90s to the 20s,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
definitely is only going to get more.
I remember like when
I agree with that for
when
sure.
rap early on, like you Run DMC.
So you're saying like the next
and then like
decade-
Aerosmith, and you know what I mean? Like I remember going, just listening on the radio, and like most of the stations, what they were, and I can remember it going, like rock, Poison and all that shit in the late 80s, Twisted Sister, all that crap, where rap was like sort of like muffled. Then you had like TKA and all that club, like Real Guido music, right? That was huge for a couple of years, and then Biggie and Tupac and rap took over again. Like those things were like gone, but it was never like super extremes. They were sort of like normal people, other than your rock people had long hair and swung their head around. Like it wasn't the freak show thing. The music changed a little bit, but it wasn't craziness. The craziest thing to really fucking happen was the Tupac whatchamacallit shooting and stuff. Like that was
But I
it.
feel like that was
beef.
pretty crazy for y'all's time, though.
Not really. No, it wasn't like holy shit. Like I was like, they shut. Yeah, it was actually because it wasn't happening all the time. It was happening, but less documented, I guess.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, we
like
also
the
have
NWA
more outlets to
came
find out information.
NWA came out with the "fuck the police" thing.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Kinda
And
resented
Cop Killer
them.
for Ice-T.
They discuss it. So they bring it back to even horror movies. I remember them talking about how The Exorcism was like something you had never seen on television before. Ever.
Right. Yeah,
When
because it was
came out.
taboo.
You
It
watch
was a
that
very
shit now
religious,
and you're
very
like-
religious nation, and the devil, and you didn't glorify that
And
type
even
of
putting
shit.
a little girl in a movie like
Yeah.
that and having her do some of the crazy things that she did.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, but now you show The Exorcism to people and they're like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah.
I heard A Quiet Place is supposed to be I heard it's like on another level.
I haven't seen many scary movies, man, because I can't get anybody to watch them with me. Like, Maria's not into that shit. She doesn't want to be scared. Oh, I'll be dreaming. Even my kids. You know, Frankie will watch it, but the others are like, no, I'm gonna have nightmares. Like, and I'm going. I'm a big advocate of like tough love and shit like that. You know, like from the lowest level of shit, like how I grew up, I like try and expose my kids to it. So, like my boys, I made them watch fucking Three Stooges. You know, until they start reaching for real hammers and shit and trying to hit her. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Those were props, man. You can't go slamming your brother in the head with a fucking, you know, because they thought it was funny. But they were amused by it, black and white, and they would watch it over and over. They loved it. So I made my daughter watch Chucky.
Oh, shit.
Dude, a couple years ago, she was young. She couldn't go near a doll. I was just like, oh man, all right, Frankie, you might have got this one. You might have got this one wrong, buddy. Because you feel bad. You want to shelter your kid from everything, and she's like hysterical, like to the point where it fucked up my life. Because when I wanted my freedom, like go to bed now. I can't. No, it's like, God damn it, get to fucking bed. Like now you're not being that compassionate dad. You're like, get the fucking room now. And she was so tormented and scared that she doesn't. That now I find her like sleeping at the foot of the bed, like makes her like brings her blanket and pillows and shit. And I yell at her like, "Hey, don't end up here." And she's like, "Yes, sir." Goes in her room. She's got to have a night light, even though she's in there with her sister. She don't give a fuck. Mia puts on her blinders, and as that girl pulls up her like, and Grace is all disheveled. They're like two totally different people. Sleeps the wrong side of the bed. Shit like all over her. And Mia just like her bed's made when she wakes up, like it's all perfect. And Gracie, every night, get up in the morning, I'm like, fuck, I need coffee. And I'm like stepping on Grace. She makes her way back and don't give two fucks. She must get so scared in the middle of the night, probably based on that fucking Chucky movie. Oh, that poor girl.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, well.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. You guys have a good one.
Yeah.